Hey guys, Chad Trades here. In this video, I want to show you how to start day trading with only $50 and not have any PDT roll at all. Now, even if you have a lot of money, you have more money to actually start trading with. If you're a brand new beginner, I'd recommend you only start with $50 to a couple $100 when you're first starting out anyways, because when you're first starting, you're trying to dial in setups, you're trying to figure out how the market works, you're going to make mistakes. So it's much better to start with the smallest account you can, because now all the mistakes you make, right, you're going to lose $5 to $10 instead of losing, a few $100s if you're trading with a bigger account. So anyways, I want to show you exactly how to get started with the smallest amount of money possible with day trading, and then show you how I would scale it over the next couple months to get to that couple $100 per day mark, whatever your goal may be. Okay, so like I said, we're going to show you how to start with the smallest amount of money you can, so your mistakes will be smaller, or if you're just on a budget, right, you don't have a lot of money to start, you can actually get experience using real money instead of paper money, which, paper money is fine, but it kind of cuts the emotions out of it. So starting with a small amounts of money, I think is the most realistic, best way to actually simulate day trading, right? And get experience with it. So the first step is to choose a vehicle to trade. Okay, so obviously you can trade shares, you can trade options, or you can trade futures. And shares is going to be very, very difficult to trade with only $50, especially if you want to trade the indexes like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ market. That's what I trade. They're much easier to trade than penny stocks if you're trading shares. Options is very complicated for beginners, so I wouldn't recommend trading options. Futures, which is what I trade, is I think the best way to actually get started with a very small account. So that's the vehicle I would recommend you trade with and start if you are in a small budget, is to trade with futures, right? And I'll show you exactly how to get set up with that in this video. So anyways, if you are going to trade futures, basically you have two options here. Okay, so the first option is you can use your own capital of $50. So you could deposit $50, $100, $200 into your own account. So basically what's going to happen here is you can actually trade one contract of the micro ES. Okay, so this is the S&P 500, the micro version of it, which basically allows you to buy a contract with way less money. It's 10 times less than the regular mini contract. So anyways, I use a broker called Tradovate. I think they're the best futures broker. They're really easy to use. So if you go over to the Tradovate website and you go over to trading and the margins, they'll show you how much money you need based on what you're trading. Okay, so if I just type in ES, for example, as you can see, the regular ES, if we want to trade this, you're going to need $500 worth of money to trade one contract, okay? But like I said, if we trade the micro ES, which is 10 times less, right, we can do the math here, or we can just go to it, we can see you only need $50 to start. Now, even though you only need 50, if you take one red trade, you're not going to be able to trade again. So I'd recommend having at least 100 in here just so you can take a few losses before actually having to deposit more money, just in case your first trade does go bad. So I'd recommend having $100 for this, but you technically only need $50. So that's the first option. You can trade one contract of the micro S&P 500 or ES, right? And then you can slowly scale as you grow. So once you start actually growing your account, let's say to 200, 300, 400, 500 over the next few weeks, right? Once you got a profitable system going, then you can scale to 2 contracts, 3 contracts, 4 contracts. Now that's the first option, is you could just deposit your own capital of 50 or $100, however much you have. Now, the second option, which is another really good option for beginners, this is kind of how I got started with futures, and this is basically using a prop firm account. Okay, so there's funding companies that will actually give you money to trade with if you pass their evaluation. Okay, and it's very simple to use. So what you can do is you can sign up for Apex, for example. You can get the 25K plan. This is their lowest plan you can actually start with. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below this video. It'll be the second link on there. If you use my link, you'll actually get a big discount on this plan. So as you can see, if you just click on that second link in the description below, it'll take you to this website. And if we go down here, we can see they have plans with Tradovate. Okay, so if we go to select your Tradovate plan, as you can see, I'm just going to go all the way to the left here, and they have a 25K plan. Okay, now if we look on here, we can see that this costs $167 per month. Now a lot of times they're running sales, and if you use my link below, use the coupon code SAVE-NOW, and that'll usually get you like 80% off. So instead of paying $167, it should only cost around $30 per month. So that can get you started, right? You're using literally less than $50 to actually get started And if you pass their evaluation, they're going to give you $25,000 to trade with. Now, it's not like you can just go and deposit that money into your bank or anything like that. They do have rules. And typically your first payout is going to be around $1,500. So from this 25K plan, you can make anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 per month that they'll actually pay you out in real money. So it's a very small risk to take, right? You're only risking $30 to potentially make, $1,500 to $3,000 per month. So it's a very low risk with a lot of upside potential. And obviously, if you want to do an account with more money that allows you to get higher payouts and trade with more contracts, you can pick one of these plans as well. So anyways, with the prop firm account, I'd recommend trading with anywhere from 5 to 10 contracts, risking other people's money. So the only money you risk is signing up to the plan. And when you do sign up to Apex, it's going to be a little bit confusing at first. If you have any questions on how to actually get going with it, they have a lot of tutorials inside. Also, inside my free Discord community, we have a section labeled funded accounts. And we have all kinds of members in here, and myself included, can answer any questions you have. Just post your question inside the fund accounts, and we're happy to help you out with any questions you have. So if you do want to join this Discord community and get your questions answered, that'll be the first link in the description as well too. All right, so that's the first step, is choosing a vehicle to trade with. I recommend futures, and then choosing which option you actually want to go off of, whether it's your own capital or using a prop firm account. Now, the second step to actually getting started with this, what I recommend if you have a small account is, and you're just starting out with day trading, right? Focus on only trading one setup, okay? One setup is all you need to make plenty of money in the market. So only focus on one setup. Keep it as simple as you can when you're first starting out. So a simple setup you can use is something like support and resistance using 5-minute reversal candles and elevated volume. So this is actually the setup I took on the trade I took today. As you can see from the trade I took today, following this setup, right, I ended up making around $1,500 in profit or so. So as you can see, the trade I took this morning was in the first 30 minutes of the market open. So as you can see, this is on the S&P 500 ES. Market opened up, we came down, we're kind of in this middle of the range. We had resistance up here and a big support area right here that got created from a few days ago, okay? Now, once we came into this demand zone, as we can see, we came perfectly into the support level, and I'm on a 5-minute time frame right now. And as you can see, we had a nice reversal candle form, okay, right in this demand zone. So we came down into the zone. We knew this was a support area. There's buyers down here in this area. Now I'm just waiting for confirmation to enter the trade. So if I go back to the setup, it's, we're in a support level, and I'm using a 5-minute reversal candle, and I want to see elevated volume on that candle. This tells me a lot of buyers just stepped in. So if I go back to the chart, as we can see, we have this 5-minute reversal candle form, and you can see the volume here was elevated from the last bar, right? This is super high volume it had. So think about it. We had all these sellers come in, the price sold off a bunch, but then we had almost the same amount of volume on this buy candle, this reversal candle. So this tells me that there's a lot of buyers here, almost just as many buyers here as there were during the selling. So this basically told me the buyers were bigger than the sellers. This gave me confirmation to enter the trade. So I basically entered right here, and we're able to ride this up around 10 points on ES to that 220 level over here. Now, if you are wondering how I got this support level, this demand level, inside my free Discord community, another thing I share along with, just answering questions is I have a trading plan that I post every single day for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So you can see before the market even opened, we have this demand zone mark. All right, so that's step number 2, is focusing on one setup. This is one of the setups I like to use. I have a couple different setups I follow. If you want to see other setups, just go watch some other videos on my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of them talking about different setups I take. Now, once you kind of get that dialed in, you have a setup that's working, you have an edge on that setup, have a way to actually start trading with, $50 or so. The last and final step is once you're profitable, so every time you see this setup, right, you take it and, let's say you get 5 trades a week, 6 trades a week. You do this for a couple weeks, you do this for a month. If you're profitable, meaning you're taking more winning trades than losing trades and you're green on the month, your account grew in value, now you can scale your contracts. Or another thing you can do is you can buy more accounts on Apex. So now instead of just having one 25K account, you can trade with 2 25K accounts. You can trade with 5 25K accounts. So all the payouts you're getting from Apex, you can reinvest 10% of that payout, right? That $1,500, and you can use that to buy more accounts, and that's how you can scale. Or if you're trading with your own account, only want to do that once you're profitable, right? Get all your mistakes out of the way with a very small account. Once you're not making as many mistakes and you're consistently profitable, then you can scale. Then you could buy more accounts on Apex, right? And pretty much once you do that, you keep repeating that process. Once you scale to 5 contracts, let's say, or 2 accounts on Apex, now see if you're profitable again, right? If you're profitable again for the next few weeks, the next month, then start trading with 10 contracts, then start trading with 10 Apex accounts, right? And you slowly scale this process. And this is how day traders go from, making $10 a day from a $100 account, a $50 account, to that, few $100s per day, to that few $1,000s per day. This is how you do that process. You don't want to do it overnight. You want to make sure you're profitable and slowly scale up your contracts from there. So anyways, guys, this is how to start day trading with only $50. I think the best way to do it is using futures in one of these options. Again, all the resources I share with you in this video, like Apex and our free Discord community, like I said, they will be linked in the description below this video. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. With that being said, I will see you guys in my next video with another day trading lesson.